Hello and welcome back to another episode of Into the 99, where we've got 99 cards, cause Commander's number one. I am here once again with the boys. Sherman, how you doing today?
Doing good. Nothing's changed since last week. So
That's fair. That is fair. You did.
what about you?
I was going to say last week, at least you did get. You got a game in against this deck.
I tried to save you.
I tried to save us all. Yeah. No. Other than that, I'm still, like I said. We're doing a back-to-back one and everything. I think we're going to probably start doing more back-to-back ones so that we can have a few weekends off and everything. And especially, like I said, I want to play more games with everyone on Spell Table. So it opens me up for Saturday mornings and like Friday nights to do like Spell Table games with people on Patreon. So if you want to come play some Spell Table games with us and come beat me, come over to Patreon. It's something I'm going to be doing with all the fun people we have on Patreon. So yeah, let me get into it. Yeah. I'll get into that after. Slothy, how are you doing before any of that?
I'm doing all right. I do got to be a little honest. We're not actually recording a double today. All of our washing machines just kind of went down around the same time. That's why we're all wearing the same clothes.
I just really like this outfit.
Yeah. I mean, it's a nice shirt you got on.
Exactly. Yeah, maybe I have sets of flamboyant like rainbow clown pants on under there. No one will ever know. No one will believe you. That's the kind of stuff you'd see behind the scenes. Let's say, I guess while we're at it and stuff, let's get sponsors out of the way and stuff. This one will probably fly by pretty quickly. It's a lot of weird cards in the deck, but again, yes, come over to Patreon. It's a very, very cool place to directly support us, which is wonderful. I know everyone here loves us and wants to do that. B is a good spot to brew decks with us, and C, it's going to be a great place to play spell table games with us, and you can come beat on me and see why I don't play any interaction. You can see the hatred I have for Cyclonic Rift. It'll be fun. Other than that, like, share, subscribe. It really does help us out. Go to houseofcards.ca, promo code IT99 for any of the cards in this list or any other ones you want, really. All those serialized cards you got to. And then, put your decks in our sleeves. I just like them. I just really like them. And with that, let's jump into what today's commander is, because it's something that is near and dear to my heart. It is this Teval. As soon as I saw and read this Teval, I had to go have it, had to buy it. It's dumb. That's the only way to put it. It's a dumb card. And I don't like to get rid of the cards in my grave. I like to keep everything where it is. But Teval is one of these cards, so it's a very different build style than I usually do. But it was so fun. It's based kind of on my Belladross list, and it's just a stupid deck. So Teval, Arbiter of Virtue, is 2, 1 black, 1 green, 1 blue for a 6/6. So 6/6 flying lifelink at 6 legendary creature spirit dragon. Those are pretty good stats for its cost. Spells you cast have Delve, which is something I did not have enough respect for. I was like, meh, it's okay. Delve's all right. I don't really play with Delve. It's fairly strong. As somebody who is not a Delve player, I understand why there's Delve cards banned in a bunch of things. This went pretty silly. This went bananas. That's crazy cost reduction. Then it has another weird thing stapled to it. Whenever you cast a spell, you lose life equal to its mana value. That's a very weird thing to staple into a commander.
It's fun. It's interesting because your life total goes down so fast. Once again, like I said at the beginning, I had to come in and be like, hey, Daniel, I'm just going to attack you so you can get some life here.
Let me save you, please.
Reverse magic. You're dying? Here, let me attack you so you can gain some life. Stay in the game.
Yeah, exactly. We were joking about that Sherman was trying to save me and I was trying to kill me. This deck is like all about trying to get your life to, like, life is a resource, right? And what better way to know that it's a resource than to rampantly spend it on every spell you can have in your hand. So I made a few changes to it from the last time. It had way too much ramp because I just thought everyone was going to just continuously kill this commander. But it kind of doesn't matter if they do. It's pretty strong. So let's get into our first section here. Sherman, you want to start us off with our draw here?
Yeah, the first card we have here is going to be the Aether Spellbomb for 1 mana. It's an artifact, and for a single blue, you can sacrifice it and return target creature to its owner's hand. Or you can pay 1 and sacrifice it and draw a card instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you just want it in the graveyard and that's it?
Well, it's nice for a few things. Number one is it's going to replace itself, but we're trying to, a lot of these things, like you said, we're throwing in the grave their cost reduction later on. it's got a little utility. It's nice that it can draw. It's nice that it can get rid of an annoying thing. It is funny to hit people's commanders early with it and they have to recast their commander again. I think it's funny. At least. But yeah, it's a lot of these cards are meant to go to the grave. And like I said, that's not the way I play. I'm not really a graveyard player. I'm not really a get rid of my stuff player, right? So a lot of these cards are pretty bad cards because I don't care about them. Slothy, take us away with our next one.
Sure. Next up, we've got the Blue Sun Zenith. X triple blue for an instant. Target player draws X cards, shuffle Blue Sun Zenith into its owner's library.
Any of those spells with X are going to be pretty cool in the in this delve deck if we can get rid of our cards. But
just make sure you don't delve 40.
Yeah, well, unless someone's got under 40 cards. This we do exile a ton of our deck. It's bad. It's bad this time. I named this deck Beating Them to It. You can't get rid of my graveyard. I'm getting rid of my graveyard. You can't kill me. I'm killing me.
The most effective form of removal is player removal, after all.
I remove myself. I'm going to bed. We have our Colossal Majesty as an enchantment. It's 2 and a green. Beginning of your upkeep, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw a card. And that's going to be our goal the whole game, so yes.
And then we have Consider for our single blue. Instant. Surveil 1 and you draw a card.
Yeah. Again, there's a lot of self-mill kind of things in here. I like the Surveil mechanic to search before we self-mill if possible. I didn't do that in the opener of it. I've got the other Teval on the list. And I played this like one thing is like target player puts the top 4 cards of their library in, and it was the first one was the other Teval, the full art one. I was like, no. No. That was a rough one to lose early game.
Next up, we've got Cruel Truths. 3 and a black for an instant. Surveil 2, then draw 2 cards. You lose 2 life.
It's doing everything that we need to do.
That is 3 instants in the first 6 cards we've talked about.
Of what? Oh, no, I told you. There's a bunch in here. Buckle up. This is not a normal Daniel deck.
But none of it's removal, really.
Oh, none of it will be.
No, that's fair. I will respect that. But hear me out. It is very fast to remove itself. I got myself down to like pretty much 0 life in faster than you can imagine. I think it was 5 or 6 turns. It was pretty quick.
Hence why I was trying to save your butt.
Let me save you. We have Drown in Dreams. X, 2 and a blue. Instant, choose one. If you control your commander as you cast it, you can choose both, which is great. Target player draws X cards. Target player mills twice X cards. If we have a ton of delve, this can be great to fill our hand, and then again, you might be able to like make Slothy throw 20 cards twice. That's a lot. Like a mill 40 while I draw 20 is pretty good. Like we don't care about these cards. These are not cards we want to recur, except that Teval. I wanted that Teval back very badly. I
will say hitting Slothy for 20 twice is great because I am a graveyard player.
Exactly. We're helping each other out. Really quickly, we're playing a game, and I was playing my Zoraline deck. I just made a Zoraline Clerics deck, Bats. And I was like, oh, like Bat Clerics would be really fun because I made the initial Bat version. I was like, eh. And then that's the deck I was playing with Thunder last night as well. And the player I was playing with on the weekend, like they swung at me for no reason. And I was like, okay, whatever. My Clerics will be there. And I was like, Frank had a Mind Crank out. And it ended up milling me like 20 cards. They almost commander damage killed me. I saved myself. They mill me 20. I was like, whatever. At least now I've got like cards in my graveyard. And they're like, oh, I'll make you shuffle your graveyard. Yeah, that might sound like it was a good idea, but that player just died. I just made my thing. Again, it was like I said, when we talked about the ways to get better, all it did was aggravate me. All it did was make me just swing at them. And they were like, I think they were going to kill Frank in one of the games. And I was like, in response, I'll kill you right now. And then Frank ended up winning. It's, you aggravate people when you go off that way. And like you said, you reminded me as soon as you're like, I am a graveyard player. I was like, oh, like the first time I wanted cards in my graveyard, someone's like, oh, you could shuffle it. I was like, oh, is this what it's like? Oh, is it like that? My vengeance will be swift, my wrath. Yeah, but like I said, Drown in Dreams is a very, very cool one. A lot of times the whole point of this is to have if you lose your commander, there's nothing else. There's nothing else in this deck. If you don't have your commander, just scoop. If somebody gets rid of it and somehow exiles it and you don't know, scoop. It's game over. Next game.
it's not bad. Your commander's only 5 CMC or 5 mana value, whatever. So like even if it died a couple of times, it's not so bad.
We are very ramp heavy. Yeah, you can get it back.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next card here, though. Next card is going to be Fascination for X double blue. It's a sorcery. You can choose one. Each player draws X cards, or each player puts the top X cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Good. I like it.
You can get your you can fill your graveyard up pretty quickly, and then, like I said, just delve it away and make everyone mill like 80 cards.
Yeah.
You'll die for sure, but you'll die happy.
So will everyone else.
Yeah.
Unless you do it on your turn, and then you go and then you pass and you have no draw, and then everyone else is like run out of cards in theirs, and then they draw and die from that. Then you win.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, moving on here, we've got Opt. Single blue for an instant. Scry 1, draw a card.
Nice and easy. We have a ton of these 1-drop instant sorcery spells that we just want to get the use from as quick as we can, get them into the graveyard so that we can also secondary use them as like cost reducers.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of big draw spells, we have Peer into the Abyss because I don't know, I want to fill my graveyard and sometimes I like to lose my life. Target player draws cards equal to half the number of cards in their library and loses half their life round up each time.
The art on this is so sick.
I do love the artwork on this. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
it's a stupid card. Oh my goodness.
A lot of times, like with our commander, we're going to lose 7 life, even if we're starting at like a perfect life total. We're going to lose 7 life down to 43 or down to 33, and then we're going to lose 26 of our life, or what is it, 28 or 18?
Something
sorry,
like that. I don't want to do math right now.
Yeah, you're going to lose a lot of your life, whatever it is. Math's hard, but yeah, it brings us down to that 0 cost pretty quick, and drawing half your library is a pretty good way to search for whatever you're looking for. Unorthodox tutors, I should call that one.
All right. Next card here. Going to be a Ponder for a single blue sorcery. We'll get the top 3 cards of your library. Then put them back in any order you may shuffle. And you draw a card.
Then we've got... Ooh. Feel like a broken record, but I also love this art. We've got Stargaze. X double black for a sorcery. Look at twice X cards from the top of your library. Put X cards from among them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. You lose X life.
I find myself playing this card a lot lately.
Yeah, fair.
I really, really like it. That looking twice as deep is really nice. In Zoraline, it's good. In any Reanimator, it's good. In this deck, it's especially good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We've got another 1-mana throwaway card. Surgical Skull Bomb. 1 colorless. You can pay 1 colorless, sack it, draw a card. Or you can pay 2 and a blue, sack it, return target creature to its owner's hand, and draw a card. Activate only as a sorcery.
That seems fun.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, that's the end of that. We're going on to the next category here. Oh yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you have 12 in the draw. Okay. Next section here you have From Exile. Is that just because it has an adventure?
Yes.
Daniel's nodding his head. So.
It's specifically only to get cards back from exile if we need it.
Okay.
And it's really nice that you can. You go ahead, yeah.
No. I was going to read the card. You go ahead.
No, I was just going to say what's on the card. That's what I said. I was going to be like, it's really nice because it does this. So please, you.
Oh, okay. Let's read it out here. We have Bay of Wishes for 1 in a blue. It's a fairy wizard, and it's a 1/4 with flying. And for a 1 in a blue, discard 2 cards. Return Bay of Wishes to its owner's hand. Now, it has an adventure called Granted for 3 in a blue. It's a sorcery speed. You may choose a non-creature card you own from outside the game, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Okay.
Yeah, so it's nice. It also lets us discard cards, which is pretty cool to fill our graveyard back up.
Yeah.
But again, we're just trying to fetch cards back from exile because we're exiling so many. I had to put something to recur them. You had to believe me.
You play with recursion? What?
A little.
And interaction? Who are you?
I know you said that this wasn't a typical Daniel deck, but who made this?
The land section is nothing to write home about. It's just a bunch of normal tapped stuff. You can upgrade this deck pretty aggressively if you put good lands into it. I didn't. Again,
Or put more lands in it.
Yeah,
no,
I play
33.
Nah, 33.
The land content, the land quantity is fine.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna bug you guys about that all the time. I don't care.
Slothy, you start our life gain. We're losing life. We should try gain some, right?
Sure. First one we've got here is Elixir of Immortality. Single mana for an artifact. Pay 2 and tap it. Gain 5 life. Shuffle it and your graveyard into their owner's library.
Sometimes we get a little too silly with how we're milling. That's fair. We do have as well next an Eternity Vessel. We sometimes have to be a little more careful with our life total than we are being. It's a 6 mana artifact. When it enters with X charge counters on it, where X is your life total. Whenever a land enters under your control, you may have your life total become the number of charge counters on it. What's really nice about this is if we've been having up to our 5, if we've been pumping out a lot of these 1-drops, right? We can pretty easily just delve those right away and lock that in the turn Teval comes in for essentially free.
Yeah.
Which is really, really nice.
That's fun.
And it's nice because you don't have to put your life total back. You may put your life total back. I don't always want to.
That's true. That is a nice thing. Have you ever reprinted this from Zendikar? And that's it. Okay. So this might be on the reprint block soon.
That would be nice if it was.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, it's $11, man. Like, come on.
It is a pretty pricey piece of the deck. The life gain section's 14, and this is 11 of it.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Next one we have is Kazandu Nectarpod. It's a 1 in a green creature insect. It's a 1/3. It has landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, you gain 1 life. Nice, simple.
Yeah. Nice, simple bug guy.
Yeah.
Then we've got Psychic Drain. X blue and a black for a sorcery. Target player puts the top X cards of their library into their graveyard, and you gain X life. Kind of a double whammy for you.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're also losing life when you cast it, right? So you got to try to get some back.
That's true.
I like it. I also really like the flavor text on that. Gold can be re-earned, goods restored. The Maori Steel Youth, more precious than either, and once gone, it's gone forever. The Morori
is awesome.
It is cool artwork too.
Like an old heavy metal.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Art.
That's how I'm posing during breakdowns. You get it. We have Skola Grove Dancer, 1 and a green for a 2/2 enchantment creature Satyr Druid. Whenever land's put in your graveyard from anywhere, you gain a life. And we have the ability for 2 and a green to mill a card.
Ooh, that's nice. All right. Next card here is going to be Turn to Earth for a single green instant. Choose up to 3 cards in a graveyards. The owners of those cards shuffle them back into their libraries, and you gain 2 life. It also has a flashback for 1 in a green. That's an interesting card.
I really like this card, and I really like this artwork.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm finding. Sorry.
No, you go ahead first.
I was just gonna say I'm finding kind of more and more how many really decent commons and uncommons are from this Midnight Hunt set. That's
one of the last sets I purchased in bulk, and I really, really liked. I really liked a lot of what was going on, and it had a lot of very fun and playable cards. But I don't play much interaction into people's graveyards very often. But it is really nice to be able to get rid of some things if they have a graveyard loop going on. To be able to get rid of that card that's looping, or that again passively, it just is going to recur us 3 of our cards we want back later on in the game, maybe, which I don't mind.
Yeah. Daniel?
Oh, is it me? No, it's Slothy, right?
Or is it?
Yeah, it's me. Sorry. Next up, we've got Weather the Storm. 1 and a green for an instant. You gain 3 life, and it has Storm.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
it's very nice when people try. I was just gonna say it's very nice when people try do their Aether Vial. Not what's the life gain artifact where you can laser people?
Aether Flux.
Aether Flux. Yeah, it's nice when they storm off for all their things and you can gain all that life with it.
You have Aether Flux in here?
Nope. Don't need it where I'm going. my life total's nowhere near 50.
But the life gain, oh my goodness, the life gain.
True. Let's crack into our protection section here, which is much bigger than last time, by the way.
3 times bigger.
It's like no protection cards, and it's really funny. Our first one is Fog of War. It's 2 and a green. You gain 1 life for each creature on the battlefield. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn by creatures with power 3 or less.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so we can still lifelink back up if someone's swinging out at us trying to get us.
Let me look up one card. I can't remember. It's called like Respite. I wonder if it was better or not.
Respite's good too.
Give me a second here. Yeah, Respite for 1 and a green. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. You gain 1 life for each attacking creature. Oh, no, yours is more fun.
Yeah, the each on the battlefield is kind of nice.
Yours is more fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Move on to the next card here. It's going to be Lich's Tome. For 4 mana artifact, you don't lose the game for having 0 or less life. Whenever you lose life, sacrifice a permanent for each 1 life you lost. Ow.
Sometimes we got to throw our lands out. Sometimes it's important to put everything into the last spell we're casting.
But you know what? It's not so bad because even if you sacrifice a permanent, it goes to your graveyard. You still have Delve, so you don't really care. You can still cast things.
Well, exactly, right?
Yeah. The next protection spell we've got here is Stunning Reversal. 3 and a black for an instant. The next time you would lose the game this turn, instead draw 7 cards and your life total becomes 1. Exile Stunning Reversal.
I love Stunning Reversal.
Nice.
That would have helped us last time.
Yep. The problem with this card is you die on your cast trigger because your commander is whenever you cast, so you have to make sure you have the life to get this out. You've got to barely be alive because losing 4 life when you're right at the edge is already pretty rough.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into our ramp section, which is a reasonable number of ramp cards.
Super reasonable.
We have 22 ramp cards. Whose turn is it? Is me?
Yeah, it's you.
Adventurous Impulse is our first one. It's 1 green. We look at the top 3 cards of our library. You can reveal a creature or land from among them, put it into your hand, put the rest on the bottom. These are the things that we want early game. A lot of people don't like the 1 mana go for a land, but we want, number 1, we want access to those lands as quick as possible so that we can make sure we have the colors for Teval. It's very, very important to get the colors for Teval, get Teval out, because if you've been paying attention at all, this deck does not do a single thing other than try kill itself with Teval. You have to be killing yourself with Teval, and for that, you need the right colors. And like I said, it's very, very nice. Ideally, like I said, we ideally roll into casting Teval and immediately getting value out of that delve, be it through one of these artifacts or something like that. If we can double up that first turn and turn our 5 mana into, like, again, if we have the adventurous, my brain doesn't work this morning. It's painkiller time because of my rotator cuff. But the Vessel of Eternity, whatever it is, like being able to have an 11 mana turn on 5 mana is great. Is the gist of what I'm getting at. I'm sorry. But yes, anyways, you just want to search for lands and then use these cards as quick as you can from your graveyard.
Cool. All right. We got a classic Arcane Signet for 2 mana. Tap to add 1 mana of any color in your commander color identity. Nice, simple, effective.
Yeah.
Then we got a Tune with Aether. Single green for a sorcery. Search your library for basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. You get 2 energy counters.
Generally, I find that's the 1 cost is the search for a land to hand, and then the 2 cost is puts it into play. Like that's the like in a cultivate, right? 1 is the search to hand, the other 2 are that, and that's why you get like that's why I cost them this way, and I think that they're fine when you look at it that way. It's just part of a cultivate, and I run cultivate so much.
Yeah.
We have our cheap charcoal diamonds here as well. 2 mana, it enters tapped, and it taps for a black mana.
Diamonds are so good.
I love the diamonds. I put them in so many decks right now. I can't get enough of them.
Right. Next card here is going to be a Circuitous Route. For 3 and a green, sorcery. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards and or gate cards. Put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library.
You running any Maze's End sort of shenanigans in here, Mr. Dan?
No shenanigans. Just straight junk, to be honest.
Next up here, we've got Deranged Assistant. 1 and a blue for a 1/1 human wizard. Tap it to mill a card and add colorless.
Which is kind of nice because that's also going to make our Basically, it's tapping for 2 in this deck.
Yeah, exactly.
Next, we have our Farseek. That's the card my brain was blanking on there. 1 in the green. You search your library for a plains, island, swamp, or mountain, put it onto the battlefield tapped.
Fair enough. Then we got Go Forth. For a single green, it's an instant. You choose 1. You can either search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle, or target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn.
Yeah.
We've got Mind Stone. 2 mana for an artifact. Tap for colorless. Pay 1 and tap it to sacrifice and draw a card.
I was just going to say really quickly, I love all the Nissa artworks on these 1-drop cards.
Yeah.
I think they're very cool. Like I said, just like the swirling earth there is very cool artwork. We have next another of these mill for mana cards. This is Molt Tender. It's an insect druid, 1 green for 1/1. Tap, you can mill a card. Or tap, exile a card from your graveyard, add 1 mana of any color. So this is just kind of delve, but with an extra step of giving us the colored mana from the graveyard.
Fixed delve.
Nice.
Could you imagine if delve could give me colors? Let's
Then
go.
we got another diamond here. We have a Moss Diamond for 2 mana. Taps, enters tap, and you tap it for green mana.
Then we've got the Pristine Talisman. 3 mana artifact. Tap for colorless. You gain 1 life.
See, there's more life gain in here. That's all you need. We have another one again. Like I said, a lot of our deck is about trying to get this early ramp and then having things in the grave. So Sakura Tribe Elder is great for that. 1 of the green. Snake Shaman, 1/1. Sack it, search your library for basic land, put it on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle.
And then we got another diamond here. We have the Sky Diamond for 2 mana. Enters tap, and you tap it for a blue mana. Why is it? The artwork is like, it's Sky Diamond. We're in like a waterfall area. Why aren't we in the clouds or something?
That's a waterfall diamond if I've ever seen it.
The sky is the friends we made along the way.
True.
Why don't we just call it Water Diamond instead of Sky Diamond then? You know, like, come on. Like, we have Fire Diamond. Like, we have...
Yeah, I respect that. Sorry, keep getting stuck with all these diamonds, by the way.
Oh, whatever.
The next one we've got here is Soul Ring. 1 mana, tap it for 2.
The Mardu Soul Ring is so cool.
Yeah.
We have Sprouting Vines as well, which is very fun to play, I find. 2 and a green. We've got a lot of cheap stuff, so we can storm this off pretty easy. It's an instant, search your library for a basic land, reveal that card, put it into your hand, then shuffle, and it has Storm, which is, again, really, really nice early game. If someone's storming, late game, it's just going to pull lots of our lands to our hand so we can throw them out, delve them away.
Interesting. Huh. All right. Next card here is going to be Sultai Monument for 2 mana. Artifact. When it enters, search your library for a basic swamp, forest, or island card. Reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. For 2 and a black, green, and blue, tap it. Sacrifice this artifact. Create 2/2 black zombie druid creature tokens. Activate only as a sorcery. This one I would probably play just because it does create bodies for you after as well.
Yeah, right? I just like the tutor of all these.
Fair.
Yeah. Next up here, we've got Tempt with Discovery. 3 in green for sorcery. It's got Tempting Offer. Search your library for a land card, put on the battlefield. Each opponent may search your library for a land card, put on the battlefield. And for each opponent who searches a library this way, search your library for a land card, put it on the battlefield. Then each player who searched a library this way shuffles.
I have to have something group hug in every deck. I'm contractually obligated with myself. Next, we have a Traveler's Amulet, another one that I just love to throw away nice and early. 1 colorless, pay 1 mana, sack it, search your library for basic land, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. We have a lot of 1 mana tutors in this. Honestly, I should put if you have money for a burgeoning, probably good in this deck. There's a lot of good extra lands in your hand and a lot of ways to tutor lands in your hand. So burgeoning could be a great upgrade, but it wasn't in the budget. And when I say the budget, I mean it wasn't in the box I built this deck from.
Well, burgeoning is still a $20 card or something like that. $15, $20 card.
Burgeoning is
around
pretty
that.
Pricey, yeah.
Ew. Time for them to reprint that as well. Next card here, we have Vessel of Endless Rest for 3 mana. Artifact. When Vessel of Endless Rest enters the battlefield, put target card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. And you can tap it to add a mana of any color. This helped Daniel in the game because when he milled his Teval,
I did put Teval back with it.
He's like, no, I need to put it back in.
Teval to the bottom and then an immediate shuffle. Let's go. I still never saw that Teval, but at least it wasn't in the grave.
Well, you knew he was there.
Yeah, right. This deck, by the way, would be ruined by like a Leyline of the Void. I'm just mentioning that right now. The way that I build, you saw that. You saw my removal. Oh wait, maybe we haven't made removal yet, but there's not much in here. You're gonna die if you have to try like beg Sherman. Please get rid of that. Please, I need to delve. I must go deeper. I was gonna say as well, really quickly before you read this. I always talk about how it's nice to see these cards up close on the bigger screen. I've never noticed that that's like a wolf and a deer growing from his head.
Yeah. But yeah, we've got the Yavimaya Elder. 1 double green for 2/1 human druid. When Yavimaya Elder dies, you may search library for up to 2 basic land cards, reveal them, put them into your hand, and then shuffle. And you can sacrifice him to draw a card by paying 2 colorless.
True.
Indeed.
It's just another thing to throw away. And then our last one we have in this ramp section here is the Zagoth crystal. I like all the Ikoria crystals. 3 colorless. You can tap for either a black, a green, or a blue, or if you don't need it late game, you can cycle it away to draw and then also delve it.
Did you consider Wayfarer's Bauble in this?
I did, but I had to cut. It was in the original list.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But the Bauble is great too for the same kind of reasons.
Mm-hmm. Where would you like to go next?
We go removal next, and I think you start us off here.
Nope. Mr. Sherman does.
Oh, well then, Sherman, you start us off.
I get to. Okay, so removal. We have Feast of Succession for 4 double black sorcery. All creatures get -4/-4 until end of turn. You become the monarch. Hey!
Let's go.
You destroy the peasants, and you're like, I declare myself king. That's great.
Next up here, we've got the Golgari Charm. Black and a green. For an instant, you can choose one. All creatures get -1/-1 till end of turn. Destroy target enchantment, or regenerate each creature you control. I'm so proud of you, Dan.
There's something in here.
You got some.
It's a lot of times going to save Teval from dying because he's going to die a bunch.
Yeah.
I want to die, not Teval. We do have a naturalize. I do know how to put a piece of removal in. 1 and a green. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Nice and simple removal. Simple removal for the simple brain like me.
Speaking of removal, we still have more. We have Putrefy for 1 and a black and a green. Instant. Destroy target artifact or creature. It can't be regenerated. We're getting there.
Getting there. Then we've got Return to Nature. 1 and a green for an instant. Choose 1. Destroy target artifact, destroy target enchantment, or exile target card from a graveyard. I love this card.
It's I really just like the pumpkin artworks on cards I'm finding. I think the orange with because it's always in green cards, right? I think the orange and the green just looks nice.
Nice color contrast between the two.
Yeah.
I just thought of another
big fan of Trump.
What were you saying there, Slothy?
Speaking of pumpkin arts, Jack-o'-lantern would go great in here.
I do like your jack-o'-lantern.
There you go.
Your jack-o'-lantern would go great. We have this unexplained disappearance. 1 in the blue. Return target creature to its owner's hand, and we have the benefit of getting to surveil as well.
And then we got Wear Down. Hey, this seems familiar. Where did this come from? For 1 in a green, it's a sorcery. You can gift the card. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. If the gift was promised, instead destroy 2 target artifact and or enchantments.
Yeah.
And then rounding us out here for this section, we've got Wilt. 1 in a green for an instant. You can destroy target artifact or enchantment, and it has cycling for 2.
Yeah, I like Wilt. Wilt is just a raw upgrade to naturalize. There's no, if you're going to run one or the other, Wilt is the obvious choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Because of the cycle.
Yeah, right. Like it's just nice for the option, right? The more options you have in a card, always the better.
Mm-hmm.
Our next one here, we have a self-mill section. We're going to Bamboozle. I just liked the artwork when I was looking through my deck, and that's why it's here. Bamboozle is 2 and a blue. Target player reveals the top 4 cards of his or her library. You choose 2 of those cards, put them into the graveyard, then put the rest on the top in any order.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. It's fun early game to, especially if you can, like, if you're off to the races with like an early game Soul Ring, and you get to be like a turn 2 big spell person. It is really funny to like throw someone's lands to the graveyard and then put like 2 high CMC cards back. That's really funny to me.
You monster.
Yeah, again, it's bamboozle.
You are a monster.
Yeah, like getting rid of other people's lands with this bamboozle is a very effective early game play, and it's pretty funny. It's objectively really, really funny to do.
We're gonna move on from this degeneracy. We have Merfolk Secret Keeper for a single blue. It's a Merfolk Wizard. It's a 0/4. It's vanilla, but it has an adventure called Venture Deep for a single blue as well. It's a sorcery. Target player puts the top 4 cards of their library into their graveyard. Wow.
Decent, right?
Yeah, pretty good.
Then we've got Moment of Truth. 1 and a blue for an instant. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 of those cards into your hand, 1 into your graveyard, 1 at the bottom of your library.
Again, a lot of these draw spells are pseudo ramp for us too, right?
Yeah.
And they're not technically draw, so we're not losing life if people are. Strategic planning is another like that. 1 to blue. You look at the top 3 cards of your library, 1 to your hand, and the rest into your graveyard. Which is, again, early game, very nice to fetch a land, throw 2 cards that I just want to delve out away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. We have Stream of Thought for single blue. Sorcery. Target player puts the top 4 cards of their library into their graveyard. You shuffle up to 4 cards from your graveyard into your library. And it has Replicate for 2 and double blue. Hey, I like that.
I really like this artwork up close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Next up, we've got the Sultai Ascendancy. Black, green, blue for an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put any number of them into your graveyard and the rest back on top of your library in any order.
I really like that top deck fixing.
Yeah.
You know, especially in a late game, throw those useless 1 mana cards out that we don't need late game and use them as fodder. And then still in our thing, we have got 2 more creatures in our self-mill. We have Tysigar, the Golden Fang, 5 and a black for a 4/5 human shaman, also with Delve, 2 and then hybrid black-blue, mill 2 cards, then return a non-land card of an opponent's choice from your graveyard to your hand. I really like that one.
That's really nice considering that you're delving anyway, so you can basically be selective of what is left in your graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, hey, pick the card that's in my graveyard to my hand. Oh, it's only 1 card left? Hey, what are the odds?
It's also really nice too, because then I can be refilling my graveyard and then just say like, hey Sherman, like give me that piece of removal back and I'll get rid of this thing.
Yeah.
Give me Teval back too, because the artwork's pretty.
I wanted to make a Tysigar deck with the Secret Lairs of Malcolm and just have like all the creatures as like females, because he jokes about trying to find the next ex-wife in the movies.
That's fair. Ooh, I like Tysigar.
It is my turn, right?
Yep.
All right, cool. We have Teval, the Balance Scale for a 1 and a black, green, blue legendary creature, Spirit Dragon, 4/4 flying. Whenever it attacks, mill 3 cards. Then you may return a land card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Tap. Whenever 1 or more cards leaves your graveyard, create a 2/2 black zombie druid creature token. That part is the strong one.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Especially because we're delving, like we've got so many low cost things in our deck that it's really easy to get this off like 5 or 6 times in a turn.
Yeah.
Right. It's Slothy into the new one?
Yeah, which one of these looks like final 2 sections would you like to jump into?
We have the big X.
We have the big X. All right, so the first one we've got here is Mind Grind. X, blue, black for a sorcery. Each opponent reveals cards on the top of their library until they reveal X land cards. Then they put all cards revealed this way into their graveyard. X can't be 0.
I'm just saying.
Ooh.
I play with, at most, 33 lands. So like 10 turns into the game, 5 turns into the game, pretty easy to know how many you need to hit me with.
This reminds me of that Mirko Vosk that came out in Dragon's Maze.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yeah, if you can, especially early on, if you can hit this for something like 10 or 11, even 15, and especially with how much we're ramping and stuff, right? Like once Teval's out, we've got 5 raw mana. We probably have 5 or 6 cards in the grave. So being able to do this pretty early on for, like I said, 10, that's a lot of cards from people's library. That's like, it's going to be like a collective, like probably like 80, 90 cards.
Yeah, it's a lot of cards.
Yeah, right?
So probably not 80 and 90, but quite a bit, Bill.
Well, no, if you think about it, right? It's like even at a 3, if it's a 3-to-1 or a 2-to-1 ratio like most people have, then you're going to hit 30 cards per player generally if you're digging 10 deep.
True, fair.
So you're again, maybe you're helping them get rid of the flood. Maybe they got 10 on top.
Maybe.
Is it me for this one?
Yes.
This is, again, you don't need to have answers. You can search for them elsewhere. We have our Villainous Wealth. X, black, green, blue. Target opponent exiles the top X cards of their library. You may cast any number of spells with mana value X or less from among them without paying their mana costs. Gold buys death. Death earns gold. I love a good Villainous Wealth.
It's like, okay, yeah. Oh, you're just gonna pick the biggest troubled person and just use their deck against them. Yeah.
Well, or again, if you're in a bad matchup, the player who's gonna have the best answers, right? Like, again, I know that Sherman probably has like things to remove things off the board, so I can go there, right? If I want, like, I know that Slothy's gonna have like interesting, like, toolboxy creatures if I need that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The Villainous Wealth is really fun. What I was going to say is the Codas. I built Codas this weekend. We'll do probably a deck tech on Codas at some point as well. And Codas is just Villainous Wealth, the commander, but it's really fun because, like, the whole point of the Soul Tie is that they're, like, supposed to honor their dead and the traditions. So, like, the fact that the Villainous Wealth is like the old, what was it initially in? It was initially from
it was
Khans of Tarkir.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, they're still honoring the old ways with their dead, and now it's Codas. I really like that theme that they're doing. Codas is arguably one of the most annoying commanders I think anyone's seen. I have already seen so many threads of people complaining about it. They shouldn't have printed Indestructible on it.
Is it really that bad?
It's yeah. Codas is just the commander. I'll quickly read Codas. It is I don't even need to pull it up actually. Codas is 1 black, 1 green, 1 blue. It's indestructible. It's a 2/1, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you exile that many cards, and you can cast it. Villainous Wealths them. So if you hit them for like 2, you can Villainous Wealth for 2 deep. But you just build it auras or like combat tricks kind of things, and you have the colors to support getting it through. And like mine's a full aura deck. It's really, really cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like it's just you Aqueous Form them and you hit them for 15 commander damage and Villainous Wealth them 15 deep. It's not fun.
Yeah.
But it's cool. But it does honor the old one. It's cool. And then here we go with the end. It's the why are you hitting yourself? This is it's the bread and butter of the whole purpose of what I'm trying to do in this deck is these 3 cards.
So first card we have here is going to be Profane Transfusion for 6 triple black, so 9 mana total. It's a sorcery. 2 target players exchange life totals. You create you create an XX colorless horror artifact creature token where X is the difference between those players' life totals. Woo! So this could be like 30-30 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love switching life totals like that. In my opinion, it's the funniest way to kill someone.
Yeah.
It's right up there with turn 1 Winds of Change shenanigans. In the game we were playing, I got the next one off. I'll switch you order here, Slothy. I'll take the next one, then you can finish us up here.
Sure.
So I got to cast a Repay in Kind, which was really fun because I was at 8 life when I finally cast it. So I repaid in kind, lost our 7, and I brought everyone down to 1 life. And then Logan immediately was like, end the festivities. And then Sherman's like, you can't kill me, I kill me. Sherman force of will to kill himself. It was pretty fun. But Repay in Kind is a 7 mana, 5 double black. Each player's life total becomes the lowest life total among all players. It's really fun because the whole point of my deck is I'm racing myself down to 0 or near 0 life while kind of looking for these 3 cards to be able to use. And like I said, if you can get early stuff out, like with Teval, having 5 cards to delve with is not a hard subject, right? Like you can really, really burn through your life fast.
Final card here we've got is Soul Conduit. 6 mana artifact. You can pay 6 and tap it to have 2 target players exchange life totals.
Also hilarious to do at 1 life.
Oh yeah.
You're playing life gain? We are playing life gain. The only thing that I'm sad about is I can't.
Or else you'll have like correction, unlife, and whatnot.
Yeah, right. I wish that I had access to white so I could put the Axis of Immortality in for another one of them. But three is still enough to do. Fun. It's if we can't get the life off, we can probably end up killing them with the Mind Grind. We can also just beat face with our 6/6 flying dragon. You can commander damage people out pretty quickly with a 6/6 flying commander. But yeah, this is my, again, another estimated core number 2 deck. It has so much ramp in it because no one is going to leave your commander alone. People are going to kill it because of what you're trying to do. Generally speaking, it's kind of like when you cast a Soul Ring early game, right? Everyone's like, he's the threat. Leave me alone. He's got more mana than us, right? And when my graveyard becomes my like pseudo mana pool, again, I didn't have respect for Delve until I tried this, and even my smooth brain deck of this one, like really, really benefited from that because it turns those early turns into just like generating mana to get off like a very fast Explosive Vegetation or Circuitous Route, any of those cards, right? Like being able to cast those for 1 to further ramp yourself farther because of you're getting rid of, I don't have my Opt in my graveyard now. Oh no, what am I going to do, right? It's it's definitely a powerhouse deck. It was really, really fun to build this way. You could go another very cool way and actually like go into the lifelink portion of it, and like you could do this like pretty cool auras because it's got the lifelink built into it and you want to attack so much. But I just really, really like this like balls to the wall. I'm going to race myself to 0. Like I'm going to be, because it's hard to threat assess around that, right? Like how do you deal with a player who's also trying to deal with themselves? You know, I'll attack you for 10 damage. Bring it, please. I'll attack me for 10 damage. Yeah. You've seen this one play, Sherman. What was your thoughts?
It was fun. Like, and it helped the fact that like all of us were playing like silly decks, right? So like more shenanigans were afloat. So, but yeah, like you're losing life really fast. Like I said, like there's times where I'm just like, I'm just gonna attack you, just so you can kill my guy. Just gain your life from your life link from your commander, so you don't die. I need you in the game.
True. Yeah. It's like I said, this one was a absolute blast to play. It's fairly cheap as well. It's like $20 or $109.
Yeah, not bad. Like it's a really interesting commander just because like you do lose life really, really fast.
Yeah.
So like yeah, it was crazy.
Thunder was also saying really quickly, Cotus is very painful in draft because there's not really exile for removal. Again, the fact that Cotus has Indestructible stapled onto it is very rough.
You're saying I should build a Cotus deck. I
think you'd have a blast playing Cotus, then play everyone else's deck. That's the point of mine is I'm playing everyone else's spells in that one. But yeah, this is like I said, it doesn't seem like a salty deck. You're not really playing many salt cards. And then Slothy, what's your thoughts on this before we wrap them here?
I think it's really interesting. I think it would be really fun to play against. Really weird that you've got interaction, but I'm proud of you. I really enjoyed this one.
It's like I said, life is a resource, right? We always talk about it. This is a deck of putting that to the test, right? This whole deck is on all the resources you have. You're using the grave, you're using your life, you're using your mana, right? Like you're trying to do it with everything. I was going to say, if you take anything away from this episode at all, anything, bamboozle your friends. It's so funny early game to throw their lands into the graveyard and wreck it is so funny.
Yeah.
You're a monster.
But I'm just saying it is effective, especially if you've got somebody who's been just, they're having a little too good of a night. They've won the first 2 games. Bamboozled. Now you get no green mana for 20 turns. Oh yeah, no, I love a good Bamboozle, but yeah, this one was fun. It's got a lot of it's a weird play style for me, so it was very fun to experiment with. It's one I'll definitely be playing more than once because of how weird it is. Like, no matter how you build this, it's always gonna be a weird commander. Like, life loss on your commander, spells have delve, lifelink on it. Like it's just always gonna be weird. That's the only way to put it, right? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's the gist of my commander and everything. We wrap this one up nice and quick. I like it. If you guys have another way of building this, I do want to see other Teval decks. I think the other Teval, the Druid one, is technically like a stronger commander, especially if you're getting stuff out of your graveyard. But this Teval is pretty good. I like to play all gasoline, and that's what this is. Yeah,
you really do.
I do. That's all. I'll learn my lesson eventually. Don't worry. Okay, let me hit this.
Oh, you won't.
I get there. Thank you guys for listening. If you want any of these cards that were in this episode, go to houseofcards.ca, promo code IT99. It's going to get you fast shipping. It's going to support a great business. It's going to support us. It's going to get you a discount. Promo code IT99 again. And it's a very, very nice way to just get the cards you need, right? Like, there's if you want that Eternity Vessel, you get that Eternity Vessel. Get 10 on us with a discount. Promo code IT99. Like, share, subscribe. It does really, really help us out with anything that we're doing. I'm going to be putting up today. I'm editing some more of the face-to-face games, so those will be up. Go check those out. If you want to come play spell table games with us, then come over to Patreon. It's the best way to directly support us. It can be like as cheap as $1. You're a great community full of great people, great place to build brew decks, and again, directly support us. And then last but not least, throw these cards in some AI armor sleeves. They are great looking. There's I love all the guild sleeves and stuff, so I've got to get another set of the Sultai ones to put this deck into. Right now it's in just some white sleeves. And that's it for now. Oh, and I was going to say, hopefully my rotator cuff feels better by the time we're back. That's it. It's I hope everyone has a good few weeks and everything. I'll be focused kind of on playing the spell table games, so I'm looking forward to that on the days off. And yeah, I hope everyone's got good weeks.
All right, laters.
See you later.
Bye-bye.